Hi everyone, this is Shambhavi, and in today's video we're going to talk about how to overcome the fear of being judged. Okay, so most of the times when we talk about the fear of being judged, we skip out on a very important part, that is figuring out what event in your life has caused this. What is the root cause of you being scared of being judged? Okay, and most of the times, in a lot of cases, what happens is this person has had a traumatic event in their past that has caused all of this. But primarily, especially in teenagers and young adults, there are two cases that can that can cause the fear of being judged. And the first case is where this person really wanted to excel in a particular field and would not prefer being perceived any way, like any other way. And this person wants to be the absolute best, okay? And the second is when this person was actually not scared of anything and they just did something that they wanted to do, but then it didn't work out the way they wanted it to work out. And that is what caused this fear in them. Like, they got scared of the fact that it didn't work out the way they wanted it to work out, which further caused them to be scared of what other people thought of how it actually did turn out. Okay, so in the first case, when this person is craving some sort of a validation in a particular field and just absolutely is like aversive towards being perceived any other way, this person will try their absolute best to please everyone. So this person is a people pleaser. Okay, this person wants everybody to look at them and think that, oh, this person's amazing. Okay, good at that particular thing or just overall really amazing. Okay, and they cannot fathom the fact that somebody is going to look at them and think that they're not the best. Okay, that just doesn't sit right with them. And the other is where this person was actually really confident and they did something, and then that event, like, because the thing didn't happen the way they wanted it to happen, it sort of like stuck with them throughout life, and it sort of scared them to the point that they always think about it. Like, even years later they think about it and they get embarrassed and they feel like, oh my god, like that entire event was still so embarrassing, it was still so scary, it's still so, scarring for me. And it can be something as small as just, messing up a speech in front of your class, and that's completely fine. And so this person, after being scared like this, after such an event, they start to get scared, and they try to avoid ever giving a speech. Like in this case, in this example, they try to avoid giving a speech in front of people because now they feel like they're going to mess it up every time. And then because they're both scared of being judged by people in both these scenarios, they will always, like, this person B will try to avoid any situation where they have to do that particular thing. Okay, and person A, on the other hand, will always try to be a people pleaser, and they will do that particular task every time, but they will always try to be the best at it, so that everybody else is happy with their progress, everybody else is happy with what they're doing, with their work. Okay, so the real question that still remains is, how do we deal with this fear? This fear, okay, let's take case A. This person is a massive people pleaser, wants to be the best at it, and wants to control how everybody perceives them. Okay, and because they want to control how other people perceive them, they will always try to do things the way other people want it to be. For this person, I'm going to say that you need to realize not everybody is going to like what you do, but that also means that not everybody is going to hate it. So there are going to be people who love what you do, who love how you are, who love what output you give, and there are also going to be people who hate it. And it's completely okay. You do not exist to fit everybody's box, to fit into everybody's box, to fit into everything that a person wants you to be. You are your own person, and if somebody cannot appreciate it and if somebody cannot understand it, it's completely okay. You don't need to take control of how they perceive you. If they don't perceive you the way you want them to perceive you, it's fine. It's completely okay, not the end of the world. Because you cannot control the way other people look at you, you are always anxious. You're always like scared of being judged. Here's a message for you. Other people don't have the kind of time that you think they do to look at everything that you do and perceive you in a certain way. They will probably think about you for a minute or maybe 2 minutes and then walk away and then never think about you ever again. That is a scenario. And the second thing is, even if this person is close to you, why does it matter? Let's take an example for this person. There are 50 people in a room. You have your goal, like your personal goal is that you want to please everybody in the room, okay? So you act a certain way. And then you act what you think is desirable for them, okay? And then later on you find out that out of all of the 50 people, there are still like 20 something people who didn't find you like intriguing, who did not find you interesting. Why? Like that is what puts you into the thought, like, I did everything that I could to make sure that everybody is interested in what I'm saying, but they're not. Why did that happen? It's because every single person out of all of these 50 people views you differently. They have a different perception of you. None of them have the same perception of you, and that's good and it's fine. Like some may have like a negative perception of you and some may have a positive perception of you. What matters is that none of these perceptions are entirely correct, because you are a mixture of every single opinion that this person has to place. Maybe somebody's seen a sweet side of you, maybe somebody's seen an angry side of you, maybe somebody's seen a different side of you. That's okay. You're not gonna fit into how they describe you, okay? You're going to be what everybody's statements contain. Like you're going to be a little bit of everything. You're going to be a little bit of sweet, a little bit of angry, a little bit of different, a little bit of smart, a little bit of dumb, whatever. You're going to be a little bit of everything that they have to say. But even after that, that does not entirely describe you. You're still a different person. In case of the second person, you need to understand that you cannot run away from your problems for the rest of your life. Maybe you can run away from them for a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, a year, 2 years, but not for the rest of your life. There's going to be some day when you're going to have to face this and you're going to have to solve it, okay? Running away from your problems does not fix them, okay? If you feel like you're not good at something, if you're scared to do something because you did it once and it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to turn out, then you should know that maybe it will turn out the way you wanted to turn out the second time around. If your first experience wasn't good enough, you can always try next time after rectifying your mistakes, okay? Keep trying. You will get there eventually. You're not made to be perfect since the very beginning, okay? And if you feel like you want to overcome your fears and you want to overcome the past version of yourself, then you should know that you're never ever going to overcome any of this or any of these versions of you if you do not do what scares you the most. If there's something that scares you, if there's something that has caused you to be scared of being judged, then you need to do that thing. And that is how you're going to get out of your comfort zone. In the beginning, it's going to be scary. Maybe for the first time, it's going to be the scariest thing that you've ever done. For the second time, it's going to be the scariest thing you've ever done. But third time around, you're going to be calm. Maybe if not the third time, then maybe the 10th time, you're going to be calm. You're going to feel good. You're going to be okay with people perceiving you however they want to perceive you, not the way you want them to perceive you. You're going to be okay with it. Because the best part about you still going out and doing all of the things that scares you is the fact that you did it despite being scared of it. So let me conclude this. Let me tell you what exactly we're talking about when I say you need to do the things that you're scared of. You need to do the things that you're scared of. You need to do the things that you feel like is going to make people perceive you in a negative way. Why? Because that is what is going to help you overcome your fear. If there's something that you want to start and you're really scared to do it the first time, you should know that you waiting around to build confidence so that you can do it is the worst decision you can ever make, because you're never going to feel confident to start unless you start already. So once you've started, you slowly build up confidence. Confidence doesn't just come from anywhere. It is built as you go along the way, okay? As you start doing this thing a lot more, it is going to teach you to be more confident, and it is going to teach you to be like more independent. It's going to teach you to believe in yourself a little more, and that's fine. It is going to take a lot of time, but what has not taken time? Everything takes time. Everything demands for time and effort, and you have everything to give. You have nothing to lose. You have everything to put into this thing, and you have absolutely nothing to lose. If somebody perceives you in a negative way, it is not the end of your life. It is not the worst thing ever. People perceiving you negatively does not mean that you're a bad person. You need to realize that you're being a very, very shallow person by being more worried about the few people who don't perceive you in a positive light, rather than appreciating all of the people who do really root for you and who do really like you the way you are. Okay, there are a lot of people who will look at you and feel like you're not the best they've ever seen, but then there's also a lot of people who look at you and feel like you are amazing, who think that you have a lot of potential, and you need to realize that when you are scared of being judged by people, you are also rejecting all of the abundant potential that you were gifted with. You're pretending as if you're not that gifted. You're trying to make yourself believe that you're not that gifted because you're not doing something that was completely made for you. You need to realize that you need to do all of the things that you've ever thought of doing, because it's going to shape you to be a better person. If something makes you feel like you're expressing yourself better, if something makes you feel good about yourself, if something makes you feel complete, then you should know that you should do it. You should not wait around for other people's approval, because if you let other people control your life, then it's not yours anymore. Okay, whatever other people think of you is none of your business. You need to know that what you're doing is right for you. You need to know that what you're doing is bringing you joy, and that's all that matters. Like, that's literally all that matters. What else is going to matter more than your own approval? Nothing does. Alright, so guys, that's all that I had for today's video. I will see you guys next week with a new video. Until then, bye bye and love you.